congratulations on finalizing the lease option on your property.
Yay.
How does it feel?
Very good.
Good.
Feels good.
Good. Well, I have something for you. I hope it's okay here. We've got the option consideration and the prorated first month's rent there. So that'll probably help out a bit.
Yes.
So tell us about how that process worked. I mean, why did you decide to do a lease option?
We decided,
Take away, John.
we decided to do a lease option because the house was not renting in an expeditious manner, and it was not selling as soon as we needed it to sell. And so we felt like this was a great way to both rent it and sell the house.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So what was that process like?
Process was simple. We just called Larry and Mariska and they took care of it.
It really was. I mean, he's like, we talked about it before, and we're like, do we want to have Larry and Mariska do this? We know that they can do that. This is the way we really need to go. And they're like, sure, let's do that. And literally, I think I was on the plane, and I see the video, and I'm like, oh, they did the lease option. This is great. That was how I found out that it was actually finalized. I mean, I knew there was some going back and forth and whatnot, but I was just like, that's perfect. Yay, wonderful. And then I shared the video on my Facebook page.
Very good. Well, what would you tell somebody who, is maybe they have a house that they'd like to sell, they can't really have it sitting empty for, forever. I mean, what are the pros and cons? What do you think about that?
I think in this market especially, it is the way to go, because so many people say, well, it's so hard to buy a house, and it is hard to sell a house right now. There's no question about it. But when you have somebody who's so knowledgeable in asking questions, finding the right person, and explaining the whole process as you guys are, I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it myself. And I feel like that was the exact solution that we needed for the two houses that you did the lease options for. And I believe that it's a solution for the other two that we have as well.
I think from a landlord owner perspective, it's a great way to get immediate cash flow and get some cash in the bank coffers.
Yep.
Yeah. So were you particular about what type of person was going to be entering into the lease option, or usually we like to have somebody who looks like they're going to be able to buy, and so but they just need a little time. Did that work with your time frame? Did that work for you?
Yes, that's actually the perfect scenario, because it buys everybody time, and it buys both the seller and the buyer time for the market to stabilize. And I felt like it's rewarding from our side of it, just to see that we're helping people be able to buy a house. And so
that's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you guys are awesome to work with, and thank you so much, and wish you much success in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.